Hello flowers, it's me, Cozy Bee. I hope you're all feeling healthy and hydrated today. I'm playing right now some footage that I took in between episodes. I was working on the area around Nessie's exhibit, adding some trees and flowers and other foliage, just filling it out a bit. Also added some of the downloaded grass to Nessie's exhibit, just to bring a little more life to it. Now, as you can see, I'm being very picky as I place down trees around the staff area. I don't really want the guests to be able to see that part of the park. The entire zoo won't be this forested, but the area where Bigfoot and Nessie are located, I really wanted them to have a foresty feel. I'm removing the paths that go behind the exhibits. I feel after building them that they're rather unnecessary, and our staff will use them to get around, which they don't need to. It's more efficient for them to use the guest pass, even though the whole purpose of the staff pass is so they can use them. I know it's contradictory, but I would prefer them to get to the exhibits quickly. The staff pass that I'm placing in aren't necessary, they're more decorative, pretty much like everything that I do. I'm working on giving the mountain range some color and a little snow on top. That'll tie in across the way when we get to the Yeti exhibit as well, and there will be a lot of snow in that area. When I was a kid and I played Zoo Tycoon, I never really cared about, I guess, how the exhibits looked with the rest of the zoo. And by that I mean, for instance, if I had a saltwater crocodile, I would fill its exhibit with salt water, and the salt water would come right up to the edge of the fence and then stop, and then there would just be grass on the other side. Now that I'm older and I have more of an eye for aesthetics and how things look, I like to see that if the fence is open, like Nessie's fence is, that the water can come out and it affects the surrounding area. I like the way that it looks a lot. I decided that I wanted a bit more to do down in Nessie's area, so I decided to place a crustacean house. It's where you can go and see different kinds of crabs. I didn't set the exhibit, and I haven't done it yet, even though I'm editing this after I finished the last episode. But I think that you can have Japanese spider crabs, which are horrifying and perfect for a cryptid zoo. And I'll have to remember to go back in and fix that. I've decided that I don't really like this area in the middle at all, and I'm gonna swap the temple with the duck pond. You know, once I decide to do that in real time. Again, I realize this temple literally has nothing to do with the Scottish Highlands, and obviously it's from the rainforest, not that part of the world, but again, it just looks nice. I suppose it has a little bit of Ireland theming there with a bit of Stonehenge at the gate there. I don't know. It doesn't have to make sense. It's a cryptid zoo. I decided I wanted a more sturdy looking viewing point in Nessie's exhibit as well, instead of the wood one we used for Bigfoot. I think I went with the concrete one in the end. Alright, this about does it for Nessie's area. In just a moment, we're going to hop back into live footage at the beginning of the current episode. I guess this is kind of a in-between episode, all-around kind of episode. Totally skippable if you are not interested in watching this and only interested in exhibits. And that's fine with me. You should do what you want. I sincerely apologize if you can hear the construction in the background. My neighbors are having their house worked on endlessly day by day, and of course I understand this. It's important to have your house fixed after the hurricane. But I just want to apologize for the noise that may come across through my mic, which is very inexpensive and doesn't block out very much. Anyway, in the last episode we worked on Nessie's area, and in between episodes I fleshed out the forest around her area quite a bit, and I worked on a few other bits and bobs. But the first thing I want to do in this episode is, before we move on to the next area over here, I want to go ahead and edit a little bit of what I did, because I'm not entirely happy with it. I wanted this area over here where the picnic is to be more of like like a hiking trail that you would use to get here and less of a actual destination point. So I'm changing some of the fence to be a little more rural and rustic, and I'm also going to change the path to possibly the boardwalk or a dirt path. Let's go ahead and get this area looking a little better too. I think I'm gonna set this back a little bit. Yeah, that should do it. And I keep forgetting, but we should put the compost building over here in the staff area as well. We need to put it away from guest areas because they'll complain about how bad it smells. But I think just back here will be fine. We should also raise the entrance fee now to $29. Guests only notice increments of 9, so for example, if we raise it to $29, they would be satisfied, but if we raised it to $30, they might get upset. Therefore, likewise, when we get a better zoo rating, we can also raise this to $39, and it would be the same as if we raised it to $32. Let's make sure that the staff can still access this area as well. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this area as it is now. There's a small display that you can go see down the back where the staff path connects. And we have 2 exhibit houses here. We will have 2 more on this side, but that will happen later. And we have a nice fountain in the middle. This fountain is very iconic of Zoo Tycoon, in my opinion. Whenever I think about playing it as a kid, I always had this fountain somewhere. Maybe we'll just add a few lamps and we'll call this area complete.